Ringo, a good drummer was judged on his or her ability to pull off monstrous drum solos. Other than that, drummers had no real role in the actual composition aspect of music. Ringo changed this. He began writing songs and using drums as an instrument to add real textures to songs as opposed to simply a rhythm instrument that occasionally took the forefront. His other major contribution is perhaps the most important. He popularized the 4 on the floor. This is style of drumming most used in all styles of popular music today. It's basically a rhythm that is straight as opposed to having a swing or some fancy time signature. All rock music before the Beatles had either a jazz or blues swing or a country rhythm behind it. Ringo Starr and the Beatles, who were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988, changed that forever, and as a result we have all the different types of music we have today. Travis Barker is mostly known as the high-energy drummer of Blink-182. However, Barker has played with a number of big acts since the 1990s. His first band was the Aquabats, who rose to fame at the beginning of the ska punk era. Blink-182 was the opening act for the Aquabats. Originally, Blink used Scott Raynor as their drummer. However, Raynor became increasingly unreliable during the tour and was falling into addiction. The band would often recruit Barker to fill in during the shows. Slowly, Barker just became the band's full-time drummer. The addition of Barker into the lineup launched Blink-182 from being just another punk band traveling around the country to becoming one of the biggest rock acts of the late 1990s and 2000s. Clyde Stubblefield is best known for his work with the godfather of funk, James Brown. Stubblefield set the standards for funk drumming, which is highly used in all styles of music. This is important because funk music is entirely based on the interaction between the drummer and the bassist. Without the solid yet strange drum beats, funk music simply is not funky. His drum beat from the James Brown song, "Funky Drummer," is one of the most sampled pieces in rap music. Now he plays at funk music festivals with another funk legend, Bootsy Collins of Parliament, Funkadelic. Art Blakey may be one of the least known names, however he may also be one of the most important. Blakey was the marquee drummer for the bebop era of jazz music. He played with some of the biggest names in jazz such as Thelonious Monk, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, and many others. He later started his own band called the Jazz Messengers, which launched the careers of many of the most popular jazz musicians of the post-jazz era. Blakey began playing drums at a very young age in order to help his mother raise money to feed his younger brothers and sisters. He quickly became known for his aggressive swing and interesting sense of time. In 2005, Blakey was given the Grammy's Lifetime Achievement Award. Since joining the Red Hot Chili Peppers in 1988, Chad Smith has become one of the most well-known and highly respected drummers in the world. Smith grew up listening to bands like Rush, Humble Pie, and Led Zeppelin, which all greatly influenced his powerful sound. He began to study funk music after joining his first band, which featured a number of musicians from Parliament, Funkadelic. This connection to P-Funk is what ultimately landed him the job with the Chili Peppers, whose early albums were recorded and produced by P-Funk's lead singer George Clinton. Since then, Smith has performed with such acts as Deep Purple, Kid Rock, the Dixie Chicks, Johnny Cash, and many others. He is also a full-time member of the rock supergroup Chickenfoot with Sammy Hagar, Joe Satriani, and Michael Anthony. Chad Smith was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers in 2012. Also, his drum battle with comedian Will Ferrell has become one of the most watched viral videos on the internet.